Hi guys! I'm back! And obviously I did a live stream last night. Well, I did two live streams last night, one on this channel, and then obviously I did one on KKD Productions, a live premiere for the Unexpected Stereo, which, by the way, is now out on KKD Productions. So yeah, go check out The Unexpected Hero. 3D version is on KKD Productions, 2D version is on Comedy Guy ZT movie making channel. So, welcome back to my Doctor Who Series 8 episode reviews. This week it is Mummy on the freaking Orient Express. This episode was fantastic. I loved every second of it, and there were a lot of references to classic Who. One that I noticed right at the end, and there were all sorts. So here is how it all linked. Basically, when the doctors obviously arrives on the train and all that, and we find out that there's a mummy and all that, and then the doctor turns up and stuff. Well, then the doctor's talking to some guy at table, and he flips out a little purse, and it has jelly babies in. It has jelly babies. The 12th Doctor offers people jelly babies. What would have made it better is if he'd have said, "Would you like a jelly baby?" But he didn't. But still, fantastic reference to the 4th Doctor, which leads me on to my other thing. The last time we saw a mummy of any kind in Doctor Who was in the 4th Doctor's episode. Bearing in mind the 4th Doctor was the one who gave jelly babies out. The 4th Doctor's episode, Pyramids of Mars, which is one of the best episodes of Doctor Who ever, which is fantastic. Go watch it if you haven't seen it already. I'll try and put a link to the episode in the description below. But it is so good that we got all these references. Then another reference, when the Doctor is finally having his face-to-face conversation with the mummy, he says, "Are you my mummy?" Which is kind of a little bit of a reference / Easter egg, hinting back to the 9th Doctor episode with the gas mask people and "You my mommy? Are you my mommy?" Hinting back to that, which was fantastic, and I loved that little Easter egg, even if it wasn't meant to be. Then, right at the end of the episode, don't forget this is a spoilerific episode, the Doctor is stood on the beach with Clara, and obviously it was probably filmed in a quarry in Cardiff, which I haven't seen thingy yet. But anyway, the Doctor sort of leans forward with a stick and leans on it. Which, as soon as I saw the 12th Doctor do that, I went, the first Doctor, because the 12th Doctor, who happens to be old, had a stick and a walking stick in it, and leaning like a walking stick in his hand. So I thought that might have been a little bit of a reference to classic Who, and I'm really loving the classic Who references in this episode. And I love the fact the 12th Doctor offers jelly babies and stuff like that. What we didn't see in this episode was paradise or heaven or anything like that with Missy. But I believe we did see Fox. I believe she was in this episode. And that's who I forgot to mention. I just need to look at the cast list for that episode, because I don't know who played Maisie. It was Daisy Beermount or something like that. She played the character really well. And I really thought she did well with this character, and they couldn't have cast anyone else, has it? But I really liked this episode, and the fact it had a sarcophagus in, which they planned for it all to be the end, which was kind of what happened in the 4th Doctor's episode, Pyramids of Mars. I really liked that little reference and what happened. Also, I was looking in the TARDIS for anything I could see. Like anything that may have given us a hint. And the only thing I saw was the number 5. Now, I think it was 54, but you could only see the 5. But I think next to it was a 4, because I could sort of see the tip of the 4. So I think it said 54. Why has the Doctor got the word number 54 written in his TARDIS? So, yeah. And I also like the fact that this episode was the Doctor catching up with his phone calls. Remember, he hinted. He hints in the thing. He even run the TARDIS once. And then obviously it turned out the Doctor was the one that blew the Orient Express up and all that. And Gus. Gus kind of reminded me of Appalachia. You know, when you had the fake world, which is what the Orient Express turned out to be, with science labs, and then you had a voice talking over saying, "Welcome to Appalachia," and stuff like that. So that kind of really hinted back to me and made me think of all these things. So I think they might have been little Easter eggs all over that episode. So go watch that episode, because if you haven't seen it, then I don't know why you're watching this, because this is spoilerific. Believe me, absolutely spoilerific. But this episode is absolutely fantastic. I love the classic references. And when the 12th Doctor opened that pouch and I saw it was Jelly Babies, I gasped. I literally went, and my granddad just looked at me and went, I was like, and I was thinking to my head, fanboy scream, hint to the 4th Doctor, yay, classic Who reference, yay, and fantastic. Also the fact that 2 characters in the episode kind of had the same surnames of 2 of my friends. For instance, we had one guy called Perkins and we had one guy called Morehouse. Obviously, I'm friends with Scott Perkins, Comedy Guy ZT, and obviously Ross Morehouse on YouTube. So I really like. I don't know whether the Doctor was trying to talk to me or communicate with me in any way. And if he's looking for someone else to come aboard the TARDIS, I'm here. Hi, come and pick me up. Just don't land in my garden or in the skip outside. But still, as long as you don't crash into the roof of the shed either. God, if you do that, I mean, you did that with Amy. Yeah, I'm not taking 7 years to build a new shed. Anyway, this episode was full of Easter eggs, and I really want to rewatch it because I want to find more. So I really like the classic references in this episode. What I also liked in this episode was the twist of how Danny told Clara that he's okay with it. And stuff. So I really like the fact that, obviously, Danny told Clara that, because him telling her that kind of, you know, gives him hope in the future to possibly come aboard the TARDIS. Because if, he does at the end, but when he comes aboard the TARDIS, it'll be fantastic. And there are lots of stuff in this episode that I just think couldn't have been any better. The special effects in this episode were even better. I mean, okay, most of it is CGI, especially the exterior train shots, but it is just fantastic visual effects, and the cast for this episode is fantastic. What I also like about this series so far is that we're getting the 12th Doctor in all sorts of different outfits. He's not just sticking to one costume. Yeah, okay, his main costume is the long black coat with the red lining inside. But in this episode, he ends up wearing like an old Victorian outfit. And then the fact he has like this old Victorian outfit with like what the classic Doctors would wear around the neck. I forgot what it's called. It begins with a C. It's like crochet, something like that. And then when he's leaning over with the walkie stick in his new thing, I just think if they'd have done that in the outfit he was in, that would have been fantastic. And I love the Doctor's new wardrobe, because obviously the Doctor's new wardrobe, each Doctor has his own personal wardrobe. But the classic references in Series 8 are fantastic. And the fact, obviously, it's just past it's coming up to, next month is its 51st anniversary. And I think that'll be just before Children in Need is the 54th anniversary, or it's just after. But I think it's just before, because I think for the Children in Need, they'll either do a special, they'll probably do a mini-sode with a prequel to the Christmas special, but they'll probably show the first trailer for the Christmas special as well. Because if they do, I am going to scream, because I can't wait to see Nick Frost in Doctor Who. We've had Simon Pegg, now we're getting Nick Frost. Fantastic. Deal over. The new Doctor. Anyway, so I really like the way this series is really playing out. And the fact that, you know, you get to see all the classic references, you're getting a whole new cast, and there's a lot of guest stars in this series. I really like that. Obviously, out of 10, I'd give this episode 10. I'm not gonna number any episodes because I can't anymore. These episodes are just so fantastic. I just can't believe it has been 8 weeks since Doctor Who Series 8 started. It doesn't feel like that. And obviously next week's episode, Flatline, looks fantastic. And the fact it is paintings on a wall, the visual effects for that episode look fantastic. But Clara turned into one of those paintings, which you don't actually see in that thing in the trailer, in the next time trailer, I don't think. But it is still fantastic. And it's a really unusual idea. But now I understand why it's called Flatline. I didn't before, but now I do. And I really just... I'm looking forward to that episode so much. But I'm also looking forward to episode 10, which I can't remember what it's called. What is episode 10? Oh, well. I'm not going to do what I did last week, and I was just like, oh, you sort of probably screaming at me, what would episode 5? Oh, yeah, it's Time Heist. But what didn't happen in this episode was the Doctor didn't say Mummy on the Orient Express. He said the Orient Express, but he did also say the Mummy. So, if you'd have put that together, he would have said the Mummy on the Orient Express. So, at least he kind of hinted at the title. But it was still great, and I absolutely loved this episode. Not my favourite episode of Doctor Who ever, but it is still a fantastic episode. And I cannot wait to see more of it. Because, well, obviously I've seen the whole episode. But as soon as it finished, I ran upstairs to do the whole, this live review. Because some weeks I do it live, some weeks I do it, recorded. But this week, obviously, it is live again. I'm just hoping the comments are as bad as last time. Or episode 1 of Thingy. But it's still fantastic that we got to see it. How have I only been on for 11 minutes and 23 seconds? But still, absolutely loving the series so far. There is nothing I would change about it. I love the new Doctor. I am really getting to like his Doctor. At the moment, I think he could be one of my favourite Doctors. Okay, when he first got cast, people were like, oh no, he's too old, get rid of him, sack him after Series 8. But he has really proven himself. And as a fan, I suppose that's why he's done it. Because they should get fans to play the Doctor. Hooey! Looking for the 13th Doctor? You got my number. And my casting director. Link in description. No. But I would do anything to play the 13th Doctor because I'm a fan and I love the show. And I would do Doctor Who universe proud. But I'd probably end up being the Doctor for 10 years or more. But anyway, I still love Series 8 and I am absolutely loving the new Doctor. Now people have given him a chance, I'm sure you'll agree. If you don't, then don't. If there are any Easter eggs that were in the episode that I probably did see, but I forgot to mention, leave them in the description below. I am happy to hear what you guys thought of the Easter eggs and the classic references like the jelly babies, the walking stick, and all that, and the Are You My Mummy? There were 3 main ones that I saw. If I didn't see them, I probably did see them, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. I'd have to go rewatch the episode and go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But it's a fantastic episode, and the fact it's based on a myth, and it's just a fantastic episode. Really love it. Obviously next week is Flatline, which looks good, but probably not as good as this episode looks, because this episode was fantastic. It is probably beaten, well, definitely beaten to the Dalek, because anything can beat into the Dalek. It's not the best episode of the series, because the novelty's worn off, if you know what I mean now. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, fantastic. But then now the novelty's sort of worn off of Into the Dalek, and it's not that good of an episode anymore. But still, Series 8 is doing fantastic. And I can say, Moffat, so far, your story arc is really good. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds. If, Moffat, you mess up in the finale, and we knew exactly what it was, and you propped it in his face every single week, and we're like, oh, That's the fine. That's what's going to happen in the finale. Woohoo! I'd be like, bang, 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 get out of Doctor Who now. Because I swear to God, if that second viewer that's just gone with Moffat, now I know why. Because I just don't bang, 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 and then one of my viewers goes, yeah. I think I just killed one of my viewers. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, shooting him again brings him back to life. I should do that more often. Anyway. Oh, now I'm boring them. Damn it. Moffat! Anyway, yeah, I can say that this episode is doing so well. I haven't seen anyone else's reaction. I would love to read your reactions in the comments. So comment below your reaction and I will just, yeah. I would love to hear your guys' reaction on this, you know, what you guys thought on this episode, because I enjoyed it more than I thought I would have done, to be honest, because the episode was just fantastic, and I never thought I'd enjoy it as much as I did. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying, you know, watching the whole thing. So I can't wait to see how episode 9 does. Not sure I'll be as keen on it, but I am actually the writer who wrote this, Jamie, I forgot his name, but he did really well writing this episode. I will praise him for writing this episode. But the story arc didn't kind of tie into it, unless I've got the story arc all wrong, because I never saw anything to do with Missed It or what's to come so far. But I am really enjoying what's to come, you know, in the series in the future. So yeah. But for now, guys, I'm going to go and I'll say goodbye to you, unless I've got comments that I can read, but I don't think I have. If I have got a comment, I'll read it, but if not, I'm going to go because, yeah. Upload. Well, basically, I'm going because I need a wee. But that, and I kind of don't have anything else to say anymore, because I've been on for 16 minutes, and I don't have what to say. So, guys, this episode, I would give a 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching my Series 8, Doctor Who Series 8, Mummy on the Orient Express episode review. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.